What if everything you call power is actually just borrowed stability? And what if the people you think are strong are only strong because life has never tested them? Because real power is not what you inherit. It is what survives when everything is taken away. We live in a world that confuses position with strength, wealth with wisdom, authority with control. But ask a deeper question. What happens when position disappears? Some people collapse immediately, others adapt, and that difference is everything. People born into thrones, born into wealth, born into systems that protect them before they are tested. At first glance, they look powerful. They have influence, they have comfort, they have security. But there is a hidden weakness most people never see. They were never forced to understand pressure, never forced to rebuild, never forced to survive loss. And anything you have never lost, you have never truly understood. When someone builds themselves from nothing, something changes in them permanently. They learn struggle, they learn failure, they learn survival, and most importantly, they learn that nothing is stable forever. But those who inherit comfort often skip this education. And when you skip struggle, you skip depth. Because depth is not given, it is carved. There are two forms of power. Power that is given, and power that is built. Given power depends on position. Built power depends on understanding. One disappears when the system changes. The other adapts when everything changes. And that difference decides everything. The person who builds power knows its weight. They know what it costs. They know what it feels like to lose it. But the one who inherits it may never feel its absence. And what you have never lost, you often fail to respect. There is one skill that cannot be inherited, only learned through pressure: conquest. Not conquest over people, but conquest over fear, over failure, over chaos. Those who suffer and rebuild develop something different. They don't panic easily, they don't break quickly, because they have already broken before. Fragility hides in confidence, in authority, in systems of protection. But fragility begins when identity depends on position. I am powerful because I have power, instead of, I am powerful because I understand power. The first collapses when position is removed. The second survives even in exile. So when you look at those born into power, do not assume invincibility. And when you look at those who built themselves from nothing, do not assume weakness. Because in the end, power is not what you have. It is what remains when everything is taken away.